days. You handed me a mixtape with our names drawn in silver pen. Said play this when you miss me, if the summer ever ends. And somewhere in that tiny room, with all the lights turned low, the future felt so far away, and we felt indestructible. We were kids with restless hearts, burning bright against the night. Every song became forever, every touch felt so alive. Oh, cassette dreams on Saturday nights, spinning slowly in the dark. Your shadow dancing by the neon, like a fire inside my heart. Now the years fade like old movies, lost inside the static skies. But part of me still lives forever in those cassette dreams tonight. The mall, arcade, and movie theater both disappeared with time, but your laughter still survives somewhere deep inside my mind. And every stormy August evening, when the thunder shakes the glass, I hear those old synthesizers pulling ghosts out from the past. Your old jean jacket hangs forgotten in the backseat of my car, like a little piece of history that never traveled far. Funny how the smallest memories stay louder than the pain, like songs recorded onto tapes we endlessly replay. Maybe youth was just a soundtrack playing softly through our lives, and maybe every broken memory still glows somewhere at night. Oh, cassette dreams on Saturday nights still echo through my soul, like headlights disappearing slowly down forgotten roads. And if time erases every trace of who we left behind, I'll still find you in the static of those Saturday night skies. The tape kept spinning softly long after we said goodbye. exactly where you are. Maybe some nights never leave us. Maybe some songs never die. Maybe every lost young memory still survives somewhere inside. Oh, we were dancing slow beneath the exit sign, while forever filled the air. Tiny hearts, too young to realize nothing beautiful stays there. And if time erases every trace of who we used to be, I'll still meet you in that slow dance, somewhere deep inside of me. The final song kept playing long after we were gone. The arcade down on Riverside still glowed in shades of blue. Pac-Man sounds and pinball echoes bouncing through the room. Your laughter cut through cigarette smoke, drifting near the door, while Journey played from tiny speakers cracked from years before. We spent our last few dollars trying to beat the high score screen, like teenage kings and queens, pretending life was still a dream. And every flashing neon light reflected in your eyes, like little pieces of forever trapped inside the night. We were reckless, hearts on fire, too alive to feel afraid. Every midnight felt immortal, every moment begged to stay. Oh, arcade lights in the rain still flicker through my soul like faded little memories, too beautiful to let go. Now the city feels much colder, and those summers washed away, but I still see shadow dancing through the arcade lights and rain. The skating rink beside the theater finally closed last year. Broken windows, faded posters, silence everywhere. But in my mind the music still comes pouring through the dark, and your white sneakers still move circles underneath the sparks. There's no cassette recording buried in my room, with us singing badly to those power ballads after school. And every crackle on the tape, every hissing worn out sound feels like tiny ghosts of us tiny echoes of our younger hearts, still burning soft and bright. Your memory never did. Grocery store was closing under flickering fluorescent light. Shopping carts and empty parking spaces soaked in midnight rain outside. You wore my varsity jacket with the sleeves pulled past your hands, while some old synth-pop love song echoed softly through the vents. We bought cheap soda from the vending machine near aisle 3, laughing like the world beyond that town could never touch our dreams. And every second underneath those pale suburban lights felt too warm and fragile for a world that moves with time. We were kids with restless hearts, burning bright against the dark. Every little touch felt sacred, every night became a spark. Oh, slow dancing by the vending machines still lives inside my soul, like faded little memories, too beautiful to let go. Now the parking lots feel colder and the summers disappear, but I still see your shadow moving whenever midnight's here. The record shop beside the store became a laundromat years ago. But sometimes when the thunder rolls, I swear I still feel close to every cigarette lit evening spent pretending we'd stay young, while headlights painted silver lines across your bubblegum lips. I found your handwritten mixtape hidden in my bedroom drawer. The cassette cracked and fading from the nights we played it more. And every hiss between the songs still sounds enough like you to make the past come flooding back the whole night through. Maybe every memory survives, hidden somewhere in the rain. Tiny echoes of our younger hearts still dancing through the pain. Oh, slow dancing by the vending machines still glows beneath my skin, like snapshots from another life. We almost stayed forever midnight lights. The store lights all went dark, but your memory stayed on. Chain link shadows on the pavement, underneath the floodlight glow. Summer wind and distant sirens drifting softly through the road. Your white sneakers drawing circles on the cracked out painted lines, while somebody played old records from an apartment nearby. Talking about escaping town, dreaming bigger than the small street, stretching all around. And every laugh you gave me, I felt electric in the dark, like sparks flying from the cigarettes we hid behind the park. We were young enough to believe nothing good could ever end. Every heartbeat felt immortal, every night felt heaven sent. Oh, moonlight on the basketball court still shines inside my veins, like echoes from another lifetime, floating softly through the rain. Now the city sleeps much colder, and those summers disappear, but I still see your shadow dancing every time the night is clear. The corner store and arcade sign both faded years ago, but memories survive in places nobody else would know. Like your jean jacket in my backseat, smelling faintly like July, or handwritten cassette labels slowly yellowing with time. Sometimes when the thunder rolls across the empty streets, I hear those old synth melodies buried underneath, and suddenly the whole world bends somewhere between then and now, like part of us never really left that town. Somehow, maybe you survives forever, hidden somewhere in the night. Tiny ghosts beneath the streetlights, still burning soft and bright. Oh, light on the basketball court still calls me back again to those reckless, endless evenings before the world closed in. And if time erases every trace of who we used to be, I'll still meet you in the silence where those summer nights still breathe. The floodlights finally faded, but the feeling never left. dashboard glow inside my old beat-up car. The city feels half asleep beneath the humming power lines, while Bryan Adams softly echoes through the late-night radio nights. You used to sing beside me with your feet up on the dash, laughing every time the signal faded in a static crack. And somehow every broken sound still pulls me back to you, like old FM frequencies still carrying what we knew. We were runaway believers, young enough to chase the night. Every station sounded magic, every song felt so alive. Oh, Midnight FM 1987, still playing somewhere in my mind, where your voice and all those old songs never disappeared with time. Now the highways feel much colder and the neon burns less bright, but I still hear us singing softly through the radio at night. Diner by the interstate still flickers after dark. Same cracked booths and coffee stains, same jukebox falling apart. And every lonely traveler there looks half lost in memories, like ghosts still chasing summer nights through faded melodies. I found your old cassette tape inside the glove box yesterday. Saturday almost worn to silence from the times we used to play. And when the static filled the speakers, for a second you were there, like the past was still alive somewhere inside the air. Maybe every radio wave carries pieces of our lives, tiny echoes floating endlessly through the dark beyond the sky. Static of the night. Good night, lonely dreamers. See you again tomorrow night. There's a cigarette burn on the seat beside me still, like the ghost of every summer that the years could never kill. Your favorite songs playing through the static every night, while the city lights keep fading in the rear view out of sight. Destination signs, just runaway kids Dancing underneath the highway glow, thinking we would never grow old. Every little second felt forever, back when our hearts were untouchable. Oh, Polaroids in the glove box still shake me to my bones. Tiny frozen pieces of a life we almost owned. Now the streets feel colder somehow, and the nights don't feel the same. But I still hear your voice calling through the static and the rain. The old motel outside of Austin probably still remains, with faded signs and empty parking lots soaked in summer rain. You dance beside the headlights like the world was ours to steal. God, nobody wants your memories can hurt this real. I found your name inside my jacket, written near the seam, like a secret little time capsule from another century. And sometimes late at night I swear the silence almost speaks, like your shadow still survives somewhere inside of me. Maybe love never really leaves. Maybe it just changes shape, living quietly in old songs and photographs we couldn't save. Oh, the Polaroids in the glove box still glow beneath the dust, like proof we were once infinite before time caught up to us. And if these highways never end, I'll still chase those taillight flames, trying to find a version of us that the years could never take. Some memories fade slowly, yours never did. I still see us laughing underneath arcade parade lights. You dancing in the parking lot with cheap sneakers soaking wet, like the universe was trying hard to help me not forget. And every passing thunderstorm still carries something true, a little piece of every road that once belonged to you. Maybe memories don't vanish, maybe they just rearrange, living quietly inside the songs that still remember names. Maybe somewhere in another life we never let the summer die, still driving underneath neon skies with endless stars reflected in your eyes. Oh, the radio played your name again, it stopped my heart in place, like time itself had folded back to those reckless younger days. And if the stations all go silent, if every melody should fade, I'll still hear your voice forever in the songs the night still plays. Static slowly disappears, but you never really do. The stadium lights were fading as the crowd all disappeared. Cold October wind and distant sirens drifting through the air. Your cheer jacket wrapped around you while we walked across the lot, talking about forever, like forever's all we got. Parking lot lights on. Like those tiny reckless stars in the air, tiny ghosts beneath the streetlights, still waiting somewhere there. Empty streets after the football game still burn beneath my skin, like snapshots from a world we almost stayed forever in. And if every light goes dark someday, and every memory fades, I'll still hear your laughter softly through those cold October rains. The stadium went silent, but our ghosts stayed behind. Summer heat still rising from the pavement after midnight rain. Your red Converse tapping softly to the rhythm of the train. The 7-Eleven parking lot glowed silver, blue and gold, while old Def Leppard melodies drifted through the humid road. You handed me a cherry Coke with lipstick on the rim, laughing like the whole damn world could never cave us in. And somewhere near the buzzing signs and flickering fluorescent light, we thought those endless teenage dreams would somehow survive time. We were reckless suburban believers, burning fast through Friday nights. Every heartbeat sounded louder underneath those parking lights. Cigarettes and cherry Coke still linger in my veins, like faded little memories washing softly through the rain. Now the city sleeps much colder, and those summers disappeared, but I still feel your shadow moving every time the night is clear. The record store beside the highway turned to dust years ago, but in my mind the neon sign still flickers soft and low. You're dancing by the ice machine with smoke around your hair, like every little second knew how rare it really was. I found your old cassette tape hidden underneath my bed, the handwritten label fading blue and white instead of red. And every hiss between the songs still sounds enough like you to pull the never faded.
Slow songs for sleepless hearts. This is Channel 8 After Dark.
There's rainwater on the avenue, reflecting motel signs, and the heater barely works inside this old car of mine. The dashboard clock keeps blinking 1:43 again, while Chicago softly plays beneath the static and the wind. Your sneakers on the back seat next to empty Burger King fries, Polaroids and cassette cases scattered underneath the light. And somewhere in the smoke-filled dark between the road and the sky, we swore those teenage dreams of ours would never truly die. We were neon-hearted believers, burning fast through endless nights. Every station sounded sacred, every song felt so alive. Oh, backseat memories on Channel 8 still haunt me after midnight, like old transmissions drifting slowly through electric summer skies. Now the city feels much colder, and the nights don't shine the same, but I still hear your laughter in the radios and rain. The skating rink closed years ago. The sign burned out and dim, but in my head the disco lights still spin like they did then. You're dancing in your leather jacket underneath arcade glow, like every little moment knew how beautiful it was. I found your mixtape yesterday inside a cardboard box. Side B nearly worn to silence from all the times it stopped. And when the chorus crackled through those faded analog waves, I swear the whole damn universe slipped backward for a day. Maybe every frequency still carries who we were. Tiny ghost inside the static, floating through the world forever. Backseat memories on Channel 8 still echo through my soul, like headlights disappearing slowly down forgotten roads. And if every station fades away, if the silence steals the night, I'll still find you in the static beneath those old fluorescent lights.
Crackle. Keep your hearts warm tonight. Dreamers.
The dashboard glows, painting gold across your tired eyes. Somewhere past the city limits, under violet summer skies. Your sneakers on the passenger seat, tap into the radio, and every little moment felt too beautiful to hold. We stopped beside a rundown diner, buzzing red and blue. You laughed and stole my leather jacket, like you always used to do. The jukebox played a broken song from 1985, and somehow for a little while the whole world felt alive. We were young enough to outrun time, too wild to notice goodbye. Every heartbeat sounded louder in the middle of those nights. Oh, the summer lights on Route 9, burning through the midnight haze. Your silhouette beside me, like a dream I couldn't save. Now the highways keep on rolling, but my soul still stays behind, somewhere lost inside the echoes of those summer lights on Route 9. There's an old motel postcard still hidden in my drawer, with faded ink saying don't forget what we were fighting for. Funny how the smallest things survive the wreck of time, like your perfume on my old coat, or your name inside my mind. The radio still plays those songs we scream with open hearts, back when every tiny promise felt too sacred to fall apart. And every lonely midnight now just leads me back to you, like those endless roads still somehow know exactly what to do. Maybe every sunset leaves a ghost behind. Maybe every memory keeps another life. Maybe somewhere out there we still drive with the windows down beneath electric skies. Oh, the summer lights on Route 9 still flicker somewhere in my veins, like a photograph still burning inside an old forgotten frame. And if time keeps moving forward, I'll still turn and look behind, searching for your shadow dancing in those summer lights on Route 9. The engine fades into the night, but your memory never does. Click. You're listening to Heartline FM, keeping lonely hearts company.
all night long.
Streetlights shimmer softly on the rain outside the car. Old cigarette smoke floating underneath the dashboard stars. The radio kept playing Journey somewhere after 2, while thunder rolled like distant drums across the avenue. You rested tired eyes against the passenger side glass, watching motel signs and midnight towns disappear too fast. And somewhere through the static hiss between the songs and rain, I felt our fading little world still breathing through your name. We were restless young believers, burning bright against the dark. Every station felt eternal. Every song became our heart. Oh, echoes from exit 22 still haunt me late at night, like faded radio transmissions floating through fluorescent light. Now the highways feel much colder, and the neon glows less bright, but I still hear your laughter in the static every night. The old arcade beside the diner finally shut down last spring.